Ja, moin. Akt 2 geht weiter. Wir treffen uns mit Dunyarzad. Genau, für das Sabzeruz Festival.
Just as promised. Traveler and Paimon.
Ne?
I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate.
Wir sind gerade im zweiten Akt des dritten Kapitels. Ihr kennt das ja, also zweiter Part von der Quest, die wir vorher schon gemacht haben. Ja, sieht aus, als hätten wir noch nichts verpasst.
Indeed.
Morgen findet das Fest statt.
I've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
Dann mache ich die Pepsi auch erst auf, wenn das Fest anfängt. Puh. Bestimmt.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos?
Stimmt, wir haben
Anything over there?
sehr viel in Port Ormos gefunden.
Of course we will.
Lassen wir das erstmal so stehen.
A lot of things happened there.
Aber wir konnten keine Spuren zu niedrigeren Kusanali finden. Unsere Fragen sind eher noch mehr geworden. Das ist richtig.
I see.
Leider.
Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
Aber
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
ja, gut, das ist eine gute Ausrede. Ich sag keine Ausrede, sondern...
Dropping.
Ja, Paimon, sie ist die Wächterin hier von Dunyarzad. Die muss
It's
das.
called covert protection.
Eben.
Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be...
Ja, das wird die ja, glaube ich, nicht machen.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Oh, wie süß.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Gut möglich, ja. An Festen kann man immer sehr viel Geld machen. Ja, ich denke, wir sollten auch schlafen gehen.
You two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner.
Kein Problem.
I've already
Alles
prepared a room
gut.
for you to rest. Please follow
Was? Einen eigenen Raum?
Thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
Genau. Zweiter Akt des Morgen, tausend Rosen, erwachen. So, da muss ich hin. Das ist aber weit weg. Ja, was heißt weit weg? Aber es ist halt ein doofer Umweg.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
Du, ist doch okay.
It looks really nice.
Dann auf geht's. Vielen Dank für alles, Dunyarzad.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
Ja, das werden wir auf jeden Fall machen. Wir müssen diese Wissenskonserve von dem einen Dude nochmal beschaffen, aber das ist nicht jetzt unser Problem.
I could tell you stories next time.
Ja, gut, aber morgen. Was machen wir morgen?
Mind? How about we all walk around together tomorrow?
Okay, warum
All of
nicht?
my friends will be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Oh, ich meine, mit ihr zusammen können wir auch bessere Informationen sammeln. Sie ist so ein bisschen lokal,
Let's
ne?
meet at the
Also,
nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a
Okay.
great night.
gut.
Deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
Gute Nacht,
I
Dunyarzad.
may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Paimon started to really look forward to the Sabzeruz Festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food?
Wahrscheinlich.
I don't know. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, traveler.
Ja. Wir haben ja echt einen Raum bekommen. Ich hoffe, wir haben nicht eingepennt.
We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Ah, okay, das war einfach nur hier um die Ecke. Ah, okay. Auf zum Bazar. Ich gehe falsch rum, glaube ich, ne? Aber hier ging es ja auch rein. Bazar ist Bazar. Ich meine, geschmückt ist es ja ganz nett, ne? Ein reicher Händler, der Baba. Oh, ich sollte sie am Eingang des Bazars treffen. Ja, sorry, Dunyarzad, ich habe mir jetzt schon mal alles angeschaut. Ja, warum du auch immer auf der Seite stehst und du genau weißt, dass wir da hinten wohnen, ist aber hey, egal.
Traveler, Paimon.
Achso, heute ist ja auch das Fest, ne? Können wir uns noch eine Pepsi dazu?
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Ach so, ja, dann ist okay.
Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. It's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Mhm. Ach so, du willst noch gar nicht reingehen.
Out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money.
Oh.
Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ich hätte gerne mal eine Szene, wo wirklich viele Leute da sind.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haft Mewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So,
Wow.
Haft Mewa feast you mentioned just now.
It's another Sabzeruz Festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukushifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumera roses, sunset.
Oh, kann ich was von den Lotusen abhaben?
Hara fruits, and Zaytun peaches.
Mein Tainari braucht noch ein paar davon.
So, the Sabzeruz Festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Ah.
If that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak?
Möglich?
Oh, traveler,
Gut möglich, ja.
that one as soon as possible.
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks. All right, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Let's go. Was gibt's denn noch hier?
Dear customers, would you like to try
Ja, der schlecht platzierte Alchemist. Komplett weit weg von allen Teleportationspunkten.
Explanation. Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
Glaube ich das? Weiß ich nicht.
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Ach so, random.
Sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Ja, das ist relativ willkürlich.
Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
Ich wollte gerade sagen, sie hat mich doch gestern über komische Händler gewarnt und jetzt will sie einfach, dass ich das mache? Ja, warum nicht?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it?
Ja,
Want
komm.
to try?
Einmal. Was ist das? Ein Sternpilz? Ich habe aber viel Zeug, was ich denen geben könnte. Versuchen wir doch mal eine Sangoperle mit einem Sternpilz. Absolut kein Plan warum, aber hey. Oder explodiert ja irgendwas.
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Ich meine, der Mond sieht auch aus wie ein Keks, in dem er ihn abgebissen hat.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Ja, bitte, musst du
Looking it up in a book?
deine Scams-Kurs nochmal nachlesen?
I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Ah, mit Illusions kennen wir uns ja aus. Ah, Trugbilder nicht. Das sind ja Delusions.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Ja, nehmen wir das erstmal so hin.
Not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Ja, also ich fand das jetzt nicht sehr geil, aber hey.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
Yay, wir machen ja einfach nichts. Wir fragen einfach nur Leute, was sie für
Sabzeruz Festival
Bullshit
was
machen.
very lively a long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed to Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Natürlich bin ich wieder schneller als sie. Warum? Warum?
Sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sabzeruz will be just as impressive.
Den gucken wir uns an, den Schmied? Oder den Blumenritter? Ja, moin.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat. Hey, it's Dunyarzad.
Ich meine, das sieht cool aus. Wenn das hier anstatt einfach nur so ein Schmuckding, so ein göttliches Auge wäre das ein lustiger Typ, einfach so ein Clown-Charakter.
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sabzeruz Festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The hallowed Knight of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sabzeruz Festival.
Ist okay, Blumenritter.
All right, good soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed.
Yes, Knight Ferris. Just what?
Was auch immer, was. Ich meine, warum nicht? Ein bisschen Indoktrinierung hat noch nie geschadet.
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz Festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
Ja, aber das gibt's ja jetzt nicht mehr.
Thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Jo, gib mir.
For one, don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ich meine, das sind alles generell Geschmäcker, die man durchaus
Sound pretty good.
nutzen kann.
There's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Vielleicht nicht so geil.
What's up with those two flavors?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Achso, ja, danke.
Zad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon
Okay.
wants the Sunsetia flavor.
Ich bekomme bei solchen Aktionen auch nicht immer das, was ich will. Also beklag dich nicht, wenn ich die falschen wähle, Heimann. Also bitte.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
4. Ja, gib's her.
Excellent work.
Ja,
That is indeed Sunsetia.
was Normales.
Paimon bet you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right.
Ach so, nur weil wir Glück haben. Ich dachte, weil wir gut sind.
Attention! Here's your Sunsetia flavored candy.
Thanks a lot, Knight of Candies.
It's night of flowers, not night of candies.
Ist das Gleiche.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless night of flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh,
Okay, Paimon.
I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad,
Klar, meine Pepsi ist auch schon wieder leer.
because you're so excited about the Sabzeruz Festival.
How embarrassing.
Was hast du denn vergessen? Achso. Gut, jetzt kann sie wegrennen, ne? Aber ja gut, jetzt darf ich auch rennen. Also von daher. Hier hinten war ich ja noch gar nicht. Oder war ich hier schon mal? Ich weiß es doch auch nicht. Ich habe mich seit dem letzten Mal hier nicht groß drin erkundet.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
Ah.
No, right? Hey, wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr das Glück habt, aber hey. Der wird da sein und wir sind ja da.
Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Homayanis would shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Der Profi ist schon lange da.
Did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're Dia. Dia the Flame Mane. No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Ja, warum nicht? Würde ich auch machen.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky.
Oh, ihr habt noch Freunde mitgebracht. Jetzt ist es ja schon fast fair.
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
Hm. Ja gut, die Sicherheit von ihrer Arbeitgeberin ist dir am wichtigsten. Wir können einfach gehen und vielleicht stirbst du, vielleicht nicht. Wir kommen wieder, um deine Leiche oder dich abzuholen, okay? Gut.
You're right. All right, fine.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find you all.
Okay, wo muss ich hin? Da hinten. Entkomme innerhalb der vorgegebenen Zeit. Ja gut, das ist ja jetzt... Also... Euer Ernst? Das hat nur 10 Sekunden gedauert? Da hätte ich auch gehen können.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
Was für eine Krankheit hat sie überhaupt? Wissen Sie das?
I'm
Hab ich das vergessen?
My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on coming out today.
Ja, Dia schafft das schon.
Don't worry.
Ah ja, gut. Netter Drohnenshot. Warum auch immer. Die wollten uns einfach nur mal das Gebiet zeigen.
Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of them so fast!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Nee, nicht, dass ich was gesehen habe.
Your arm.
Der sah doch immer schon so aus.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
Ah, du hast ein neues Schwertchen.
Let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Ich meine, das sind ja auch nur normale Typen und sie hat halt ein göttliches Auge. Also von
Hold on,
daher.
You said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
Ach so, du verkaufst es einfach.
Be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Ja, gut. Nee, nicht weinen.
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry. I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your
Ich meine, sie hätte uns auch einfach fragen können. Wir haben 7 Millionen Breitschwerter einfach rumliegen.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, dear.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Ja, jetzt entscheide ich mal, stirb oder lass es.
You feeling unwell again, Dunya?
Aber das ganze Hin und Her ist ja echt nervig hier.
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? I'll look around the area to make sure we're safe from an ambush.
Okay, überlass das Ganze mir.
I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Kein Ding, alles gut. Ja, wir laufen halt einfach nur die ganze Zeit. Okay, wir gehen einfach runter zu einer Bank. Das ist ja aber auch, also... Manchmal frage ich mich, könnte sie sich nicht einfach so hinsetzen?
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better.
Und sitzen können die auch alle nicht auf einer Bank.
Moments and I'll be good to go.
Wie schlimm ist deine Krankheit eigentlich?
Didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret.
Naja, wirklich geheim ist es ja nicht. Also, du stöhnst hier permanent
I
rum.
was actually born with Elazar.
Ah,
It's terminal now.
Elazar, nice.
I believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity.
Ja, sollen wir dir ein bisschen Medizin von Tainari bringen?
Sabzeruz current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this.
Tja, das passiert halt so.
Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed.
Ist doch gut.
Since I was a
Stell dir
child,
vor, man wüsste nicht, dass ich existiere. Wie geil wäre das denn?
bed and stared everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia.
Ja gut, aber du bist halt trotzdem einfach weggerannt. Du hättest dir wenigstens sagen können, Mate, spinn mal kurz weg.
This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
Ja, ich werd mich dran erinnern. Ich schreibe das irgendwo nieder und gut ist.
Don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you. No. Even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Paimon, kein Ding. Wir haben dich alle schon vergessen, sobald du wieder wegschwebst.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me.
Ja, ein bisschen Depression ist immer ganz gut. Hau
To
raus.
be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Ja, das ist der Sinn des Lebens ist, aber ja, ein großartiger Gedanke.
Isn't it almost time?
Almost time for what?
Für den krassen Sub-Zero-Tanz.
It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most.
Sollen wir dich hintragen?
Milu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sabzeruz Festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Ja, los, auf geht's. Immer hin und her rennen. Hallöchen, wo ist denn? Ach, wir müssen sogar hochgehen.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
Weil er nicht will, dass man da was rausfindet.
Dance of Sabzeruz is one of the key parts of the Sabzeruz Festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sabzeruz Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event.
Ja, und warum habt ihr es denn nie die letzten 20 Jahre organisiert?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
Ja, wir können den großen Weißen noch einfach mal aufs Maul hauen.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sabzeruz Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
Hab 8 Schulrinzorn, die Deutung so ein Lied. Ja,
Hard pill to
Schwachsinn.
swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art. Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason?
Ihr könnt da nicht einfach sagen, ja, wir organisieren das alles, es dann nicht organisieren. Und dann, also das ist ja, also...
Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
Lasst die Leute doch Spaß haben.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore.
Ja, okay.
When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Ja, ich sage, der Akasha ist nicht gut. Und der Archivar ist ja unser netter Freund, der sich die Konserve geklaut hat.
I will inform him when I return.
The Sabzeruz Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay? Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now?
Ich meine, was wollen die machen,
Ordered us to stop the performance.
wenn ihr, also, was wollen die machen, wenn der einfach die Vorführung trotzdem macht?
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about the atmosphere on the stage? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught...
Wir können ja mal ein nettes Wort mit dem Archivar halten, ne?
Nilu, it's all right. Don't worry.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sabzeruz so much. And I know how important this festival is to you.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sabzeruz Festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sabzeruz Festival, right? We'll make sure the next one is a smashing success.
Die werden euch ja auch beim nächsten Mal keine Genehmigung geben.
Next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will.
Gut, und was machen wir jetzt?
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
Ach, das ist doch gut. Was tun wir jetzt?
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Dann macht das doch privat oder so irgendwo. Okay, der Abbruch wurde forciert vom Fest.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nero and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sabzeruz Festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of time.
Na, moin. Das weiß Dunyarzad auch ganz genau, ja, ja. Tick.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible.
Okay.
The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
Die Kraft fließt von irgendwo aus? Bitte was?
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed!
Du schläfst auch immer, Paimon.
Dunyarzad, right away!
Mein Gott. Was haben wir da gehört? Das Gefühl, das hat mit der Akasha natürlich zu tun. Wie immer, alles.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired.
Das hört sich an wie alles von gestern.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, das war doch gestern schon das Gleiche.
Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going.
Und sie sagt doch nichts?
They're selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
Warum sinke ich immer in die Stufen ein hier? In die Rampe. Oh, shit. Ist auf einmal gerannt. Forceni uns den Tag wieder zu erleben, aber halt diesmal anders.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
They're all plants. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's one of the Sabzeruz Festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Habe ich irgendwie ein vertrautes Gefühl?
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
The moon signifies...
Ja, guck noch mal in deinem Buch nach.
It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Das ist definitiv ein Déjà-vu.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall. Where to next?
Das ist alles sehr weird. Die sagen auch fast gar nichts. Hier muss doch Dialog sein. Wo ist der Dialog hin? Dunyarzad macht eine Kurve. Ich beobachte dich. Ganz genau. Was du hier auch immer tust. Was soll das? Was wird das? Oh, warte.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Knight Varys!
Okay, bye. Vor allem nur 2 verpissen sich. Was macht die eigentlich noch da?
Is this a play?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz Festival icon and one immensely popular with children.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can meet the Night of Flowers. Oh, do you want some Yalda candies? I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
What's to pick?
Oh.
Does all look the same?
Warum müssen wir das alles nochmal machen?
It's not that simple.
What is happening? Was passiert hier?
Contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender.
Ja, das haben wir doch alles schon gehört.
Ooh, how interesting.
Ich will euch nicht unterbrechen,
And
aber ich werde es.
What are those flavors even exist. Traveler, help Paimon pick one.
Great!
Okay.
These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Wir nehmen nochmal die 4.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is...
Zumindest das gleiche wie vorher auch.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right!
Ja, war anscheinend gar kein Glück. Ich kann es nicht verstehen, aber irgendwie wusste ich, dass es Nummer 4 sein musste. Ja, weil ich die vorher genommen habe.
How's that possible? It's obviously random.
Ich fühle mich ein bisschen seltsam.
Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Ich meine, man kann zu viel schlafen, ja. Tut mir leid, Dunyarzad, aber ich muss kurz weg.
Sure.
Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
Ja, warum nicht? Darf ich das nicht? Geht zur Taverne. Warum denn zur Taverne? Was finden wir denn in der Taverne? Da haben wir ja gestern gar nichts... danke. Haben wir ja gestern gar nichts gemacht.
A feeling of déjà vu?
Achso, wir brauchen einfach nur einen Platz zum Reden. Okay.
Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it?
Ja, oder die Akasha versucht gerade im Schlaf oder wie auch immer uns umzuprogrammieren, dass was anderes passiert ist den Tag über.
Run here in such a hurry.
Oder Kusanali hat irgendwas gemacht, um etwas zu machen, das ich sonst nicht mache.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of déjà vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
Ein Kokoskohlenfladen.
You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste. I'll give this order to the kitchen.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty at all?
Yep.
Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this.
Mein sieht echt nicht nice aus.
That thing? Are you really gonna eat it? Isn't this going a bit too far?
Ja, wohlbekommens, auf geht's. Was ist das denn für ein Bild?
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful.
Nein, es schmeckt eigentlich ziemlich gut.
You mean?
Dieser Geschmack, das habe ich doch schon mal einmal gegessen.
Possible. We were just talking about how gross it looked.
Okay, wir sind in der Matrix und wir wissen, dass wir in der Matrix sind. Gut, soweit sind wir schon mal.
A case of taste bud déjà vu?
Das lässt sich also nicht abschließen. Ich muss diese Methode schon versucht haben.
Also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we are regulars. How about we go out again and try something else?
Okay, was jetzt? Was könnte man denn noch machen? Gute Frage. Wir finden es wohl raus.
Hey, Dunyarzad is sitting by yourself on that bench over there.
Ja, weil wir sie eigentlich dahin getragen haben. Und ihre Hände sind eingewickelt.
We meet again.
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so I sat down here.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew, that's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad, you seem a little down today. It's the Sabzeruz festival, and you've been looking forward to it so much.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness.
Ah ja.
Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
Es tut mir wirklich leid, vorhin auf einmal davongelaufen
It
zu
really is
sein.
fine. I don't mind.
Mir sind einige seltsame Dinge passiert. Hast du nichts Ungewöhnliches gemerkt?
Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt déjà vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Déjà vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling déjà vu, I suppose I would already...
Vielleicht. Die sagten ja, dass die Erwachsenen nicht träumen. Vielleicht träumen die nicht, weil in der Zeit, wo sie träumen würden, tun sich einfach irgendwie vorherige Tage wiederholen oder so ein Schwachsinn.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then
Vielleicht schlafen die alle immer.
the two of
Sind
us?
permanent am Träumen.
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilu's Dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. Let's go.
Natürlich, lass uns da hingehen. Diesmal teleportierst du uns dahin. Danke. Ah, da sind wir wieder.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha day that prohibits public art performances. We will publicly announce it later through the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sabzeruz Festival.
Alles so weird, aber wenn wir gleich wieder schlafen gehen, müssten wir mehr wahrscheinlich von der komischen Unterhaltung mitbekommen, die wir ja im Schlaf hatten. Hallo?
Nilu,
Ah.
are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's
Oh
okay.
nein.
There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organizers?
True, but... well, okay. I'll just have to try again next year.
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Das ist alles sehr viel düsterer geworden.
What did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
Zu schade, ich weiß nicht warum, aber ich bin gar nicht überrascht.
Did Dunyarzad already go back? We should also return and get some sleep.
Ja, lass das mal tun. Unter diesem Subzero wurde das Subzero-Fest zum Abbruch gezwungen. Ja, schon wieder. Dann lass uns nochmal einschlafen und komische Stimmen hören.
Still couldn't figure out what that déjà vu feeling was all about? Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
Mein Kopf ist wirklich sehr schwer geworden. Ich habe noch nicht viel nachgedacht, aber mein Kopf ist schon ganz erschöpft.
Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day.
Uff. Okay, das ist ja, hört sich noch beim Mann an.
Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Okay.
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor the variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
Okay, irgendein Gerät macht irgendwelche komischen Sachen.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep? Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Nein, lass uns das mal nicht tun. Okay. Ich meine, ich kriege jedes Mal ein bisschen XP-Bücher, also von daher macht ruhig weiter, aber das ist trotzdem weird. So, was ist los, Dunyarzad?
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler?
Ja, ein sehr starkes Déjà-vu. Schon wieder. Wie kann das denn nur sein?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sabzeruz Festival.
Ah, wir sind bei Ferris wieder.
Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some boxes of candy here. Pick.
Not much of a choice.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor.
Ja, das wissen wir ja
The
schon.
luck of the draw.
They all sound pretty tasty.
And there's also lizard tail
Ja,
and
genau.
pony kabuto.
Natürlich, ich wähle dir gerne eine aus.
These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Nummer 4.
Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations! Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Ja, wer hat das gedacht?
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck.
Nummer 1 ist Echsenschwanzgeschmack, Nummer 2 ist Haarerfrucht, Nummer 3 ist Lavendel-Limone und Nummer 5 ist Unikabuto-Geschmack.
Paimon's not really interested in the other flavors.
Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which flavor was in each box.
Er hat wahrscheinlich sehr oft das Spiel schon durchgespielt.
He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand.
Doch, doch. Ich weiß das.
X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers?
Weil er den Tag 80 Mal schon durchlebt hat. Das eben war...
Hey, where are you going?
Wer war das? Was war das? War das Kusanali?
What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know.
Da hinten. Ich meine, die sagen, die Gottheit ist klein. Wurde ja als Kind quasi schon gekidnappt. Also könnte sie das sein? Oh, hier rechts. Wo ist sie denn jetzt?
What are you looking for? Why did we come here?
Vertraute Gestalt, Déjà-vu. Ah, nee, doch nicht. Da! Los! Bin ich hier in irgendeinem Horrorfilm auf einmal gelandet? Sprich mit dem geheimnisvollen Mädchen. Achso, da darf ich jetzt mit ihr sprechen. Und sie ist weg. Ah, Dunyarzad.
Isn't that Dunyarzad?
Was? Aber sie war doch eben noch bei uns.
What's happening here? Why are there 2 Dunyarzads? You already know that this isn't your first Sabzeruz Festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
Yep.
A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon?
Aktivieren wir sie gemeinsam, Paimon.
This seems kinda sketchy, but...
Paimon hätte auch die Schwertkampf-Dings mal nutzen können. Hätten wir gucken können, wie stark Paimon geworden ist. Aber hey.
What the?
Das ist die Erinnerung vieler Tage.
It's our 20th time at the Sabzeruz Festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sabzeruz Festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized.
Nee, Paimon. Wir? Ich hab's gemerkt. Du hast es nicht gemerkt.
What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the 2 of us? Your sense of déjà vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you 2 received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions.
Okay.
It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
Was ist mit der Dunyarzad da drüben?
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left.
Wir sollten eigentlich aus diesem Zustand ja rausgehen.
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Okay, also doch nicht Kusanali. Ich weiß, du hast dich doch schon vorgestellt.
Good. You passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that.
Nur ihr selbst könnt sie herausfinden. Wenn nicht ihr sie bemerkt, sondern jemand anderes sie euch mitteilt, dann wird es kaum zu ertragen sein. Ganz weit hergegriffen. Diese rote Wissenskonserve hat die quasi dieses Wissen, die Wahrheit, übertragen und der Dude ist deswegen komplett eskaliert?
I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness. She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sabzeruz Festival. If we can break out of this samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall. You sure love to use weird analogies. Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Was ist die Wahrheit? Lass mich meine Gedanken kurz ordnen. Trittst du in den Zustand Nachsinnen ein, kannst du einen beliebigen Text wählen, um ihn zu interpretieren. Daher kannst du den Text analysieren und möglicherweise einen neuen zu erhalten. Interpretierte Texte können als Schlussfolgerung eingereicht werden. Einige entschlüsselte Texte können miteinander assoziiert werden. Klicke einfach auf Assoziation vorbereiten, wähle einen anderen Text und klicke auf Assoziation starten. Kann einer der Texte auf der aktuellen Seite als Schlussfolgerung verwendet werden, dann wähle zuerst diesen. Ach du Kacke. Okay. Samsara des Sabzeruz Fest und Déjà-vu. Nee, die kann ich nur interpretieren. Okay, interpretier das mal.
Right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Okay.
We've already experienced the Sabzeruz Festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Ah, wir können das assoziieren. Okay, wir interpretieren erstmal alles.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? The moon, illusions, and lies. What did they all mean?
Ich meine, wenn wir mal ganz weit zurückgehen. Zu dem Event, damals mit Mona und mit den Meteoriten, die runtergefallen sind, hat Scaramouche doch auch gesagt, der Himmel ist eine Lüge oder sowas. Mond und Lüge, schwierig.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
Naja, wahrscheinlich werden viele Kapazitäten des Geistes genutzt, um das hier aufrechtzuerhalten. Ich möchte das mit dem Déjà-vu assoziieren. Zeitschleife.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
Mehr assoziieren können wir nicht? Okay. Dann reichen wir das ein.
You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity. Still the wrong answer?
Huh?
Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints. Dunyarzad! The Sabzeruz Festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find
What the fuck? Okay, ich meine, das hat sich sinnvoll angedingstet. Wow. Und wir sind wieder hier.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sabzeruz Festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The truth. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right? Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again.
Okay.
More productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
Okay, wir fangen nochmal bei den Ständen an. Ich meine, was könnte es denn sonst sein? Also das ist nicht eine einfache Zeitschleife. Gut. Was ist es dann? Die Akademie lässt uns das wiederbeleben. Das meinte er ja mit feiert ruhig den Dings von der Alten. So von wegen, feiert das doch ruhig noch 20 Mal. Das könnte es sein.
Hey there!
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday.
Hattest du in letzter Zeit ein seltsames Gefühl?
What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the
War gestern, wirklich gestern?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
Ja, das meine ich, die träumen nicht.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
Er hat auch gesagt, dass die Menschen von Sumeru nie träumen.
True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
So, wen haben wir noch? Ja, der lustige Buchmann.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person?
Uns sind wirklich einige seltsame Dinge passiert, aber es ist nicht klar, ob es mit deiner Weissagung zu tun hat.
I knew it. I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us better understand it.
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel at.
Doch, mach mal.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam.
Nein.
What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
Déjà-vus können passieren, ja.
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
Stimmt, ich meine Illusion, also Trugbilder und Lügen, ja.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on.
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. And we haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Ja, suchen wir nochmal nach der.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
Dunyarzad ist sehr wichtig. Versuchen wir ihr die richtige Dunyarzad zu zeigen.
If we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely take us seriously. At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers.
Und dann können wir sie zu Dunyarzad schieben. Ah, sie hat sie schon gefunden.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
Ja, eine Bandenführer hat dich gerade angegriffen, du hast sie gerade zugeschlagen.
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
Ja, Paimon, das war
How did
richtig.
you know what I was going to say?
Wir sind krass.
You need to say something convincing.
Die Leute von Sumeru träumen nicht.
Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Interpretieren.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
Ungewöhnlich geistige Erschöpfung.
Feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking.
Ja, das kennen wir ja schon.
Moon, illusions and lies. What do they all mean?
Gut, ich meine, das weiß sie. Das wird ihr nichts bringen. Das auch nicht. Was ist mit ihrem Großschwert?
Tell her, Traveler.
Du hast dich verletzt, weil du dein neues Großschwert nicht gut führen konntest. Dein altes Großschwert hast du verkauft, um das Fest zu unterstützen.
I didn't tell anyone about that. including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
All right, so this is the situation.
Okay, wir erklären dir das mal ganz kurz.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
Ja, hast du denn keine Veränderungen in Dunyarzad bemerkt?
She's quieter than usual, uninterested in anything, and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
Mach das.
My lady, are you angry?
Ich glaube, das ist nicht deine Fräulein.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Okay, auf geht's. Suchen wir mal die andere Dunyarzad. Wo lang? Hier lang. Da. Zu Nahida. Warum zu Nahida? Ach so, ja doch, Nahida. Ich dachte, sie meinen die tanzende Alte hier, aber... Sie meinen ja die richtige Dunyarzad hat. Und da sind wir auch wieder.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
Ist auch gut, dass wir Nahida permanent nerven, wie sie versucht, ihr zu helfen.
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here. We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh? I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Ha, das ist nicht gut.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Kannst du sie sehen?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment.
Krass, was du alles kannst.
Can you believe us now? The Sabzeruz Festival has been repeating itself.
Du beginnst nicht mit der, die Situation hat, zu besprechen.
You think the sages are behind this?
Sehr wahrscheinlich, ja.
They've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sabzeruz Festival as a sick joke.
Das habe ich gesagt.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
Nahida, hast du Informationen zu Akasha?
Right. Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha. The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Ja, warte mal. Akasha läuft durch das göttliche Herz, ja. Durch die Gnosis hast du aber im Englischen gesagt. Okay.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people.
Ist basically ein fetter Switch.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people.
Das heißt aber auch...
Wait.
Es verbindet die Menschen generell miteinander. Das heißt, wenn jemand die Möglichkeit hätte, nicht nur das Wissen rauszuziehen, sondern auch wieder was reinzustecken, dann würden alle das mitbekommen.
I get the grant's knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
Das Wissen von Akasha kommt vor allem von Irminsul.
Yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
Was denke ich denn? Ja, die träumen nicht.
People in Sumeru.
Information von Akasha.
Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
Ich meine, wir haben das schon mal gehört, aber ich lasse ihn reden, weil wir ihn so selten reden hören.
Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. My mind feels exhausted.
Okay, und das Déjà-vu?
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Okay, die Information haben wir ihr eben gegeben. Die Leute von Sumeru träumen nicht. Kann das irgendwie eine Schlussfolgerung sein?
That doesn't sound right.
Dann eben die ungewöhnliche Erschöpfung.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
Das kann gut sein, aber wie macht die Akasha das?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
Ich glaube, das finden wir in dieser netten roten Wissenskonserve.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain.
Ein fetter Supercomputer.
This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Ich meine, Versuch ist es wert, aber ich weiß nicht, dass es so einfach ist.
I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words. When this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
Alle legen ihre Akasha-Kontrollgeräte ab.
How does everyone feel?
Ehrlich gesagt, noch nicht anders.
Huh? What is it?
Ich habe den Eindruck, am Ende jedes Tages höre ich einen Tick.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
Ich habe es in Almost auch gehört.
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Huh?
Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Ja, wir haben die nur im Traum abgelegt, nicht in echt.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
Okay, wollen wir noch mit Dunyarzad sprechen und nochmal das Festival feiern? Njong. 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 Ah, wir sind wieder hier. Moin, Nahida.
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
Am Ende der letzten Nacht.
We took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
Wir wurden uns eine andere Form von Akasha-Kontrollgerät angefangen, haben wir nur geglaubt, wir hätten das Akasha-Kontrollgerät abgelegt.
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
Stimmt, warum weiß die das alles?
I guess I'm the moon.
Ach so, du bist einfach der Mond.
Moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get...
Okay.
Sie ist einfach der Mond, okay.
Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
Nette Animation. Also man muss sagen, die Story-Quest, holy shit, die hat nochmal ein Stück draufgelegt.
I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Warte kurz, irgendwas stimmt hier nicht.
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
Du hast dein altes Schwert genutzt.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Beim diesmaligen Kampf hast du dich irgendwie seltsam gefühlt.
Strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar.
Ah, jetzt hat sie auch langsam die Möglichkeit bekommen, so ein bisschen durchzuschauen.
It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that, although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think?
Liegt es daran, dass wir die Akasha-Kontrollgeräte gestern abgelegt haben? Nee. Das wäre das erste Mal, dass so eine Erinnerung auftritt. Doch, das könnte sein. Dass wir quasi eine Schicht abgetragen haben von der Illusion.
Yeah. Paimon's feeling really hopeful.
Kann es sein, dass wir uns schon befreit haben?
Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
Wenn der Tag vorbei ist, wissen wir es.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Vielleicht?
Forget it.
Der Rest läuft wie immer. Und dann?
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Nope.
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly
Stop it, Nahida.
beyond a made-up concept?
Das ergibt keinen Sinn. Lass
Is
es.
it possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sabzeruz Festival?
Ich meine, das könnte tatsächlich so sein, aber lass es.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Okay.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
Nee, alles cool.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for
Wir ruhen uns erstmal aus.
Even though it's happy and lively at the Sabzeruz Festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax.
Na, da ist es wieder.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
Ein kleiner Preis, den Sie zahlen für das, was Sie bekommen. Was erforschen Sie denn?
We're still in the same day.
Sie dachte, es sei es nicht so einfach wie gedacht.
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Vielleicht. Wollen wir nochmal interpretieren?
You did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me.
Gut, macht Sinn. Das ist auch die uns auf dem goldenen Apfel-Archipel gedingstet hat.
Talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Genau, die Zeitschleichentheorie ist Schwachsinn.
Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Wegen Dias kämpferischer Weiterentwicklung. Und auch wegen der Verschlechterung von Dunyazads Zustand.
Yeah, you're right. Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Okay.
The moon.
Körpergedächtnis.
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles.
Ja, das Geräusch vom Akasha.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night. Okay, Nahida said we've already experienced the Sabzeruz Festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Also das Körpergeräusch. Ja, das Körpergedächtnis mit dem Geräusch von Akasha ergibt keinen Sinn. Mit den Informationen von Akasha auch nicht. Das ergibt natürlich Sinn. Nein? Nein, ich wollte gerade sagen. Also das Körpergedächtnis und die Informationen von Akasha. Nein? Das Geräusch von Akasha. Aber warum? Die Erinnerungen werden täglich gelöscht.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
Soll ich mal was komplett Falsches einreichen? Nein. Erinnerung täglich. Hätte ich sowieso eingereicht, aber hey. Die Zeit läuft nicht in einer Schleife und unsere Erinnerungen werden jeden Tag gelöscht.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sabzeruz Festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before.
Ja, bestimmt.
Muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Danke.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
Ah ja. Stimmt das also immer noch nicht?
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
Okay, wir versuchen es nochmal. Mann. Hier muss man aber auch viel denken. Ich bin nicht gut in Denken. Ich denke nicht gerne. Denken tut weh. Der Bazar hier unten hat sehr viele nette Aus- und Eingänge.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second!
Woher wissen wir das?
I got a greatsword to begin with. I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
Der muss das gar nicht wirklich verstehen. Kommen wir direkt zum Wichtigsten.
Oh, that works.
Okay, was ist das Wichtigste? Der Grund, warum du jetzt so gut mit deinem Großschwert umgehen kannst, ist, dass wir immer wieder das Sabzeruz Fest erleben. Jede Nacht verschwindet die Erinnerung an den vorigen Tag.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Maybe.
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this great sword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yep.
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Aber wir haben Beweise.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sabzeruz Festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago.
Oh, stimmt. Jetzt, wo sie es sagt.
No way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Denn es ist nur eine Illusion. Und wirklich Weise stecken, wenn sie die Daten aus Akasha und die Ressourcen der ganzen Stadt nutzen.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Okay.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
Also eine Illusion ergibt mehr Sinn jetzt, natürlich. Vielleicht verbrauchen wir gar nichts, aber da müsste ja alles kaputt gehen.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
Stimmt, er müsste auch jeden Tag kaputter gehen.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions.
Und die müssten auch... Ja, wollte gerade sagen, die müssten die alle nachmachen.
I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
Nee, das wäre zu viel Aufwand, Paimon.
I often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
Okay, dann wird es das wohl nicht sein.
Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun.
Okay,
Anyway,
what the fuck?
It's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Bye.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
Wir sind in keiner Zeitschleife und wir sind nicht in der Realität.
That's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
Irgendwas kommt mir faul vor.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
Warum haben wir nie darüber nachgedacht, die Stadt zu verlassen?
Leaving the city? You're right. It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution. Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city.
Ja, weil die Akasha ja eigentlich nicht außerhalb der Stadt wirklich gut funktioniert.
Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
Das hätte uns echt früher einfallen sollen.
We go back and ask Nahida. Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Gut, vielleicht geht's auch einfach gar nicht. Vielleicht resetten wir einfach wieder und sind wieder hier. Vielleicht haben die Teleportation gelernt. Wer weiß.
Nahida, we're back!
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Was wäre, wenn wir die Stadt verlassen würden? Haben wir wirklich noch nie versucht, die Stadt zu verlassen?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
Uh-huh.
But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night.
Ah.
But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Vielleicht sollten wir es nochmal versuchen, vielleicht bringt das den Durchbruch.
Something here's definitely fishy.
Ah, da ist er wieder. Diesmal gar kein Text. Versuchen wir heute die Stadt zu verlassen.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Was willst du sagen?
Aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
Eine Nachricht von wem?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
What the fuck?
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz Festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Das ist meine Stimme.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in.
Das war vor 2 Tagen.
It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Okay, auf geht's, raus aus der Stadt. Oh. Das heißt, ich verlasse die Stadt jetzt einfach mal. Och, hier ist ein Teleporter, den ich noch nie angefasst habe. Boink.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
Nicht wirklich, nein, das ist richtig.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
Natürlich sagt die Akademie den einfachen Wachen nicht, was ihre Ziele sind. Anscheinend vertrauen dir die Leute der Akademie überhaupt nicht.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry!
Okay, Paimon, du bleibst hier.
Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
Unsere Erinnerungen können sich ändern, wenn wir die Stadt verlassen. Wir müssen hier jemanden als Zeuge zurücklassen.
What if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then
Du kannst mir eh nicht helfen.
Paimon knows that Paimon can't. We've always been together.
Keine Sorge, Paimon. Wenn wir zusammen rausgehen, wird es genauso sein wie zuvor.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you come back as soon as possible.
Nee. Du hast die Möglichkeit. Rennen. Du musst Paimon nie wiedersehen.
Please. Be careful.
Okay, dann stepp ich mal raus.
Memories.
Versuchen wir die heute Stadt zu verlassen. Los geht's. Was ist Paimon?
Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Ich habe was versprochen?
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't think he understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Obwohl ich nicht weiß, was ich getan habe, aber sorry, Paimon. Ich werde dich nie verlassen.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world.
Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday?
Paimon erzählt euren gestrigen Plan.
I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
Hast du dich nicht geirrt? Vielleicht warst du abgelenkt?
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Ja, ich wusste gar nicht, dass es ein Gestern gab.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
Es ist nicht nur verboten, Sumeru zu betreten und zu verlassen, auch die Erinnerungen derjenigen, die die Stadt verlassen, werden gelöscht.
Really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
Wenn die Erinnerungen gelöscht werden, könnte etwas anderes hinterlassen werden.
Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me.
Yep!
Wir kriegen das komische Telefon wieder. Wump.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
Ah, okay.
Something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
Okay, ein Versuch ist es wert.
Let's expose those sages!
Du musst aber hier bleiben.
Alright. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday.
Bis morgen, Paimon.
Okay, see you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Also die Nachrichten von eben gerade, die wurde von mir gesendet, nachdem ich die Stadt verlassen hatte.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Okay.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz Festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
Ha, interessant.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
Wahrscheinlich, weil die anderen Räume nicht so viel Leistung haben wie Sumeru selber, die Sumeru-Stadt, weil so wenig Leute da drin sind.
Another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Sind tatsächlich, was?
Why did the message end right there? What did the Traveler want to say? What are those spaces?
Die sind die Träume der Sumeru-Menschen. Die verschwinden, wenn die Sonne aufgeht, zack, und wenn der Mond da ist, sind sie wieder da.
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final space has also disappeared.
Weil der letzte Typ aufgestanden ist.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Räume, in denen niemand
All
ist.
the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Raum, in dem wir uns gestern von Räumen, in denen niemand ist. Oh, ich weiß nicht, was ich damit soll. Was ist der reale Raum?
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space...
Ja, versuch's doch.
Doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think.
Dann der Raum von gestern.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sabzeruz Festival, also disappears. And we're taken to the next day.
Ah, okay, und deswegen sind immer die gleichen Sachen da. Das heißt, was der ja gesagt hat, ergibt Sinn. Körperlich erinnert man sich, weil man wohl körperlich irgendwie da war. Aber der Raum an sich selber wird resettet.
Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats.
Ja, das wissen wir. Und wir wissen, welche 7 gewonnen haben.
So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
Geheimnis. Gib mir einfach etwas Zeit, ich muss meine Gedanken ordnen.
Where are you going?
Ah, ich habe mich auch hin teleportieren können, ne? Da ist ein Teleporter. Egal.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
Und die Zeit vergeht. Er hat sehr lange nachgedacht.
The dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Ah, der Sabzeruz, das ist schon diese Zeit.
Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Bye, Dunyarzad.
Figured it out yet, traveler? Time is ticking away.
Ich glaube, ich habe die richtige Antwort gefunden.
What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together.
Okay, und jetzt muss ich wieder zurücklaufen. Hi, Nahida.
I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sabzeruz exam and graduate from the festival?
Ich bin bereit, Frau Nahida.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Okay, wir interpretieren nochmal alles mal. Das kennen wir alles.
We've already experienced.
Mehrere Subsimo-Feste, Räume, in denen niemand sind.
I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence.
Unbewohnte Räume.
Spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia Forest, except these have no sign of human presence. The moon, illusions, and lies. What are the
Und die Leute träumen nicht.
people in Sumeru don't dream? What a strange phenomenon.
Also, die Leute von Sumeru träumen. Räume, in denen niemand ist. Nein, 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 unbewohnte Räume natürlich. Die Wahrheit des Traums.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
Ja, dann reicht es doch mal ein.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe them.
Ja, dann hatte ich ja recht.
People in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Akasha läuft durch das göttliche Herz.
Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
Es ist die Verkörperung der Macht der Göttin der Weisheit.
Manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace.
Und es befähigt Menschen mit Wissen.
Grants knowledge to the people.
Also, wie schafft die Akasha das? Ich meine, die läuft durch das göttliche Herz.
That doesn't sound...
Nein, das verkörpert die Macht der Göttin. Das ist doch das Gleiche.
Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're... In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
Okay, kann man so sagen.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Ja, aber die Weisen scheinen sich nicht damit zu begnügen. Die brauchen mehr.
the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Geräusch vom Akasha.
Beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operate.
Verschwinden und Auftauchen des Raums.
Kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
Die werden gezwungen zu schlafen?
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more?
Ungewöhnlich geistige
My
Erschöpfung.
mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? We've already experienced the
Das Verschwinden und Auftauchen des Raums. Und die ungewöhnlich geistige Erschöpfung. Nein, dann halt die Rede. Nee, dann das Geräusch. Nein? Okay. Massenproduktion der Träume. Ja, das wollte ich doch ja auch sagen, aber... Ich weiß nicht, wie die Schlussfolgerung funktionieren soll, aber egal.
Person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sabzeruz Festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
Das ist verdammt effizient.
No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sabzeruz Festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Kann man so sagen.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question. Who am I?
Mond.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
Dann wäre sie die Göttin. Möglicherweise.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming? Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception of Sumeru's people?
Der Mond.
So you noticed.
Also bist du doch Kusanagi.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
Mann, das habe ich ja am Anfang schon gedacht. Aber hey, ist okay.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all.
Aber wenn du der Archon bist, hast du nicht die Gnosis? Kannst du damit nicht was machen?
You've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Ich habe viele Fragen, aber jetzt ist nicht der richtige Zeitpunkt.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Warum kannst du nicht direkt die Wahrheit erzählen?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk.
Ja, natürlich.
I'll give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
Okay. Wie können die Weisen das tun, ohne dass es jemand merkt?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced the Sabzeruz Festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right?
Ja.
That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha.
Das stimmt allerdings, man erinnert sich selten an die Träume.
At the Sabzeruz Festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of déjà vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sabzeruz Festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
Okay, aber es wird ja genug Dendro-Menschen geben. Warum hat das niemand gemerkt? Was sind die Nebenwirkungen der massenproduzierten Träume?
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with. Like Dunyarzad.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
Okay, warum haben sie den Traum vom Sub-Zero festgewählt? Das hat sie ja schon gesagt.
Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Traveler, do you have any information?
Hab ich irgendwelche Informationen? Unbewohnte Träume, Informationen von Akasha und Rede des großen Weisen.
Grand Sage said. Okay. Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
Das da.
That doesn't
Nein? Rede des großen Weisen?
Celebrate the birth of that god?
Weil weil die Archon ja stärker werden, wenn man an sie ja betet oder sowas?
Could it mean?
Naja, okay.
Saving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable. After we end the Sabzeruz Festival Samsara, we have to look into them.
Wie beenden wir das überhaupt?
The sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back! This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
Ah!
We're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Bye. Ah, wir sind direkt hier. Das erspart uns etwas Zeit. Aber Dunyarzad ist nicht mehr hier.
Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too...
Wo ist Dunyarzad? Heißt
I'm
das...
afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Okay, das heißt, sie könnte noch leben.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all,
Das heißt, ist Dunyarzad schon tot oder, ich sag mal, kurz vor Tod?
You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all?
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still...
Ich meine, ihr bedeutet das sehr viel und du bist eine gütige Göttin, aber du kannst irgendwie nichts.
I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, wenn du eine wirkliche Göttin wärst, hättest du einfach gesagt, Akademie, fickt euch, verpisst euch.
I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sabzeruz Festival with so many
Okay,
regrets.
sie ist tot. Gut.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
Das ist richtig.
Tragedies like this. We must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sabzeruz Festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Okay.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness.
Also muss sie schon hier immer gelebt haben.
Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora.
Okay, das heißt, wir müssen nur den finden, der alles erreicht, was er erreichen will in diesem Traum.
Right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
Was sollen wir also tun, nachdem wir den Besitzer gefunden haben?
Some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility.
Okay, versuch es.
Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
Fühlte sich an, als hätte ich die Motivation verloren.
Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Ich denke nicht, um ehrlich zu sein. Für einen Wissenden wäre es leichter, Bewusstsein zu erlangen. Umgekehrt ist es für einen Unwissenden schwer zu erkennen, dass es ein Traum ist. Das heißt, es muss ein Unwissender sein.
That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
Der Blumenritter Faris.
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sabzeruz Festival, right? Pretty cool.
Ich meine, warum sollte man sich im Traum nicht als dem, ich sag mal, den wichtigen Dudes dingsen?
Ask him some questions, shall we?
Es könnte aber auch die tanzende Tante sein. So von wegen, weil, ne, Protagonist vom Tanzstück. Und sie hat quasi einen Albtraum, wo das abgebrochen wird. Das könnte sein. Aber ich bin mir nicht sicher. Fragen wir doch mal unseren Boy.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though.
Ja,
What
genau.
do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
Stell dir vor, dein Wunsch wird direkt vor deinen Augen
You
wahr.
want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sabzeruz Festival tradition or something?
Ja.
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Ferris Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So...
Mag Dunyarzad.
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sabzeruz Festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life.
Ja, gut.
100 years?
Da haben wir irgendwie was Doofes für dich zu... Also, ja,
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Okay, mach mal.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Ha.
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected.
Dann ist es das kleine Kind, weil sonst hätten sie es nicht gezeigt. Ups. Und deswegen wäre es auch sonst nicht vorher immer da geblieben, wenn alle Kinder weggegangen sind.
It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
Warte. Sie kann uns im Traum ja nur erzählen, dass sie Elisa hat, wenn das jemand ist, der das wusste, oder?
Step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
Oder es ist Dias Traum.
Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
Deswegen hat sie auch nie Probleme. Weil sie quasi immer gewinnt. Vielleicht ist es Dias Traum. Vielleicht will sie einfach nur Dunyarzad beschützen.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Nimm Dunyarzad erst weg. Ich kümmere mich um diese Typen.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
Lass den Quatsch. Auf geht's.
Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
Okay.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself.
Propagate!
Ich gebe euch aufs Maul.
Let me weave you a verse.
Ich bin der krasseste Deuce, den es gibt. Look at this. It's called damage. Have you ever seen damage? Damage tut weh. Damage ist auch besser als Schaden. Oh, da ist ja noch einer. Und da auch. Junge, was fliegst du denn so an? Ich meine, ihr könnt nicht die Traumdude sein, weil sonst würdet ihr ja gewinnen. Hallo, kommst du mal bitte zurück? Hallo. Mach es nicht schwieriger, als es ist. Kommst du mal bitte runter jetzt? Wegen meiner auch so. Menschenskinders.
Were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Mir geht's gut, ich bin ein bisschen böse auf mich selbst.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sabzeruz Festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something.
Ja, du hast recht. Das habe ich ganz vergessen.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sabzeruz Festival.
Okay, wir müssen herausfinden, was das Ding ist. Vielleicht ist es ein Hinweis.
Even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
Dann rein da. Rein in den Aal.
This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Außerdem ist es ja gar nicht ihr Haus. Das ist ja einfach nur die Illusion von ihrem Haus.
The windows are unlocked. Okay. Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Paimon betritt den Raum, fliegt nach einer Weile mit etwas zurück.
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Ja, sicher. Endlich habe ich diese Aufzeichnung am Vorabend des Sabzeruz Fest fertiggestellt, was fast 16 Tage gedauert hat. Da ich davon ausgehe, dass ihr nach dem Sabzeruz Fest bald wieder auf Reisen gehen werdet, möchte ich sie dir spätestens am Tag des Fests geben. Ich habe alle überlieferten Erzählungen über die niedere Herrin Kusanali zusammengestellt, indem ich während der Vorbereitung des Fests die Einwohner in Sumeru befragte. Auch wenn ich viele Leute befragt habe, gab es nur sehr wenige, die überhaupt etwas über niedere Herrin Kusanali wussten. Ich hoffe jedoch, dass diese Aufzeichnung dir bei der Suche nach ihr helfen kann. Das Wasser in der Nähe von Gadawa war einst verunreinigt und man musste weit gehen, um Wasser zu schöpfen. Doch eines Tages stellten die Einwohner plötzlich fest, dass das Wasser dort wieder trinkbar wurde, und einige meinten, sie hätten in der Nacht zuvor einen grünen Lichtschein in der Nähe der Wasserquelle gesehen. Alle glaubten fest daran, dass es die göttliche Kraft der niederen Herrin Kusanali sein musste. Es hörte sich ziemlich glaubwürdig an. Es muss wohl sehr lange dauern, bis sich eine verschmutzte Wasserquelle selbst reinigen kann. Hat sich die niedere Herrin Kusanali tatsächlich bei Gandava aufgehalten. Gandava. Nach dem Tod meiner Mutter hatte ich immer zu viel Angst vor der Dunkelheit, um nachts zu schlafen. Aber eines Tages fing eine Stimme an, mit mir zu sprechen, bis ich einschlief. Eine Frau erzählte mir, dass es die niedere Herrin Kusanali war, die sich um mich kümmerte. Armes Kind, ich hoffe, das Sabzeruz Fest kann ihn wieder etwas glücklich machen. Seine Erfahrung ähnelte in gewisser Hinsicht meiner damaligen. Die niedere Herrin Kusanali muss eine sehr sanftmütige Göttin sein. Einmal hatte ich zu viel getrunken und fand den Weg nicht mehr zurück. An einer Ecke sah ich, glaube ich, die niedere Herrin Kusanali. Sie wirkte außerordentlich groß, mit sehr starken Beinen und Armen. Da fiel ich hin und sie fing mich mit einer Hand auf. Am nächsten Morgen fand ich mich schlafend unter einem Baum. Und ja, es muss wohl die niedere Herrin Kusanali gewesen sein, die auf mich aufgepasst hat. Das hier ist vielleicht nicht sehr aufschlussreich. Das muss doch ein Baum gewesen sein, oder? Überlieferungen in Sumeru mit Dunyarzads Anmerkung am Rand. Sie wurden dicht über viele Seiten aufgezeichnet. Okay.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us, even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sabzeruz Festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sabzeruz Festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her.
Ach ja, Dunyarzad.
Where are you off to now?
Ist es Dunyarzads Traum vielleicht? Ich meine, das könnte Sinn ergeben. Aber das würde bedeuten, dass sie ja noch nicht gestorben ist. Aber muss ja. So, sie ist ja aus diesem Raum schon verschwunden. Aus dem Traum.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
Ich glaube, ich fühle mich besser, wenn ich es ausspreche. Sprichst du auch diesmal wirklich? Danke dir. Ah, tut er nicht.
You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
Ja, das ist korrekt. Ist das unser Traum? Nee, kennt er gar nicht. Oder?
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's Dance of Sabzeruz.
Ich kann mich kaum noch daran erinnern.
There'll always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Dunyarzad.
Yes, traveler. What is...
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now...
Kein Bedauern hinterlassen. Lass uns mal gehen, Paimon.
Where are we going this time?
Weiß ich auch noch nicht. Lass uns den Sabzeruz-Tanz ansehen. Stimmt, wenn es ein Traum ist, gibt es auch keine Konsequenz, wenn wir den Leuten von der Akademie einfach aufs Maul hauen. Ja, reboote ruhig, Catherine. Weil wenn das ein Fehler wäre, hätten sie schon längst gefixt. Das mit dem Rebooting muss irgendwas bedeuten. Ich meine, es gibt auch 20 Catherines.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler?
Reisender.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
Ja, aber wir sind ja gar nicht in der richtigen Welt. Wir können durchaus hier eingedingstet werden.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
Wie erwartet, sie sind Puppen.
Oh, of course. If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Warte, was ist in diesen Blumentöpfen?
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
Oh. Das ist also ihr Traum. Die tanzende Alte. Ich hab's ja gesagt. Ich hab gesagt, das ist der Traum von jedem, aber...
Purple? Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Nilo, einmal Augen zu machen, bitte.
Huh?
Stell dir vor, dass der große Weise und seine Leute nicht vor deinen Augen sind.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey!
Deswegen war auch der große Weise hier, weil es gibt wirklich keinen Grund, warum er selber hierher kommen muss. Sie dachte aber, der kommt. Miau.
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore! But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage! It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
Yes.
But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming.
Ja, das hat sie ja, weil ihr es gerade die ganze Zeit ausgesprochen habt.
Make Nilu realize that.
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
Ja, woher weißt du das?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzeruz Festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Okay.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story.
Ach so.
His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia.
Also es träumt ja doch was Gutes.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
Aber da Nilo es schon merkt hat, dann sollte der Traum bald enden.
See. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz Festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can.
Ja, hau raus.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god. The dance of Sabzeruz.
Die ganze Welt löst sich auf.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Und vorbei.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
Guten Morgen, Paimon. Mein Kopf tut weh.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sabzeruz Festival. The Sabzeruz Festival! Did we finally escape from the Sabzeruz Samsara?
Stimmt, ich erinnere mich.
Stop your Akasha Terminal!
Nach dem Sabzeruz-Hand sah ich anscheinend... ja, lass uns zu Dunyarzad gehen. Die Musik gefällt mir nicht, ich will ehrlich sein.
She's not in her room. What happened?
Gehen wir zu dem Ort.
What usual spot?
Die Bank? Nee. Ah, guck mal, da sitzt ja wer. Und Catherine.
Time, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sabzeruz Festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Gut, sie war also doch nur zu schwach, um in den Traum zu bleiben, aber sie lebte doch noch. Okay.
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sabzeruz.
Sie konnte doch noch einmal träumen und ist nochmal in den Traum reingegangen. Ach so, das war's jetzt. Ich wollte gerade sagen, sprich mit Catherine.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sabzeruz Festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened.
Okay.
Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
Ja, auf geht's. Okay, sie kann also Catherine irgendwie steuern, was Sinn ergibt, weil Catherine sagt ja ab und zu Error. Ich hab's ja eben gesagt. So, und es gibt ja auch mehrere Catherines, die auch irgendwie untereinander verbunden sind oder so. Die können sich ja an die Sachen von den anderen Catherines auch erinnern. Deswegen weiß sie auch immer, dass wir der Traveler sind. Also haben die Catherines eine Art Akasha für sich selber oder haben die Catherines quasi... gehören die der Kusanali und sind einfach so ihre Speer auf der ganzen Welt und sind deswegen verbunden. Über ihr Herz. über ihre Noses.
About Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sabzeruz Festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream.
Ah, okay.
Where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
Das freut mich.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
Okay. Was habe ich im Videowald gesehen, als ich bewusstlos war?
There was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
Okay.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Okay, so what does the message mean?
Ich glaube, das weiß sie selber nicht.
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it.
Okay. Wir wissen, dass in Irminsul das Bewusstsein der höheren Herrin Rukkhadevata existiert. Aber das ist verschmutzt, deswegen können wir es aktuell nicht benutzen.
Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it.
Die rote Wissenskonserve.
I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
Ja, wollt ihr eigentlich irgendwann mal nachfragen, was mit eurer Schwester ist?
Affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate.
Ja, was viel wichtiger ist, warum siehst du wie Catherine aus?
Accurate. I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses?
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal.
Please don't.
The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha.
Kusanali ist also das erste Akasha-Kontrollgerät.
I've respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Okay, das ist also eine Puppe aus Snezhnaya. Deswegen rebootet sie ab und zu.
Deep dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation.
Ja, das ist tatsächlich wahr.
And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country.
Das hat man ja gesehen, wie gut sie darin ist, einen Staat zu verwalten, indem sie einfach alle Bewohner sterben hätte lassen wollen für ein bisschen Wissen. Aber hey.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sabzeruz Festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough.
Okay, warum haben die Weisen der Akademie so etwas geplant?
There haven't been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sabzeruz Samsara, the situation could have become dire.
Vor allem müssen die Weisen doch jetzt auch wissen, dass irgendwer es gebrochen hat. Oder die denken einfach nur, die Maschine, die sie dafür genutzt haben, ist vielleicht broken.
I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
Aha.
I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet.
Hat keiner bemerkt, irgendwas stimmt mit Akasha nicht?
How the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time.
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Ja, weil Nicht-Träumen ja eine gute Sache war.
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru. Even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this.
Ich meine, wenn es auch nur, ich sag mal, der normale Schlaf und die normalen Träume sind, haben die Menschen nicht so viel verloren dadurch.
Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt.
Stimmt, wir haben unsere Akashas auch gar nicht mehr an.
By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
Das ist traurig. Ich habe aber keine Fragen mehr.
I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sabzeruz Samsara in the immediate future.
Okay, das ist gut.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief.
This is truly...
Ach gut, du hattest ja wie viel? 70, 80, 90 Geburtstage jetzt?
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
Natürlich, Paimon.
See. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
Das war's? Nein. Das war's noch. Doch, das war's. Ja, das war's. Gut. Das war's erstmal mit unserem lustigen Archonauftrag. Aber was das freigeschaltet hat, ist unser Tainari Legendenauftrag. Was wir auch bestimmt nochmal machen werden demnächst. Quellen der Verunreinigung. Das heißt, wir bis zum nächsten Mal aufnehmen, darf ich in Sumeru nicht mit Kevin reden. Das schaffe ich schon. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Hau da rein und bye bye.